Alright guys, starting the recording for the charting session here. This is for Sunday, June 9th. So this is the news we have going on this week here. Let's see, Monday, just some orange news. Tuesday, we got OPEC monthly report. We're mainly waiting for the Wednesday here. Wednesday we have CPI. We have a lot of red news here, red folder news. FOMC is what we're waiting for, obviously. So most likely we're gonna get a lot of price action to chop up until FOMC. So the game plan going into Monday and Tuesday is just to build our cushion. We're gonna base hit and just pretty much take some scalps. 80 ticks is where I usually consider my scalp, 60 to 80 ticks. And overall, 80 ticks is about 40% gain, so not bad at all. But we're so used to taking 100, 150, 200 ticks. So it becomes a little bit hard after those kind of moves, and now we're taking, half of that. But that's what we have to do up until FOMC. And then we got Thursday here, we got some more news, and then Friday we have University Michigan sentiment preliminary. So Wednesday's the main day. Wednesdays and Thursdays the main day to trade this week. All the other days we're gonna size down and just base hit. Let's see. For ES, this is a 4-hour chart right here. Price, we are on our way up, right? We're making new highs. These are fair value gaps here. We're just looking for any areas with confluences, multiple confluences, and that's where we're going to mark for our area that we're going to be using for our point of interest. Right now, new high of day, our new all-time high is 58.5, so we're going to mark that. Sorry, not 58, 538, 5.5. So all-time high. I like to mark it as orange. Go. There you go. Like that. So what we can do here is draw a fib from the high to the low here. And this is basically our main point of interest here. As you can see, we have fair value gap, and now this is 38% fib also here. So as long as we stay above this 48.5, then we're still bullish coming up to this area here. I would say here for the safe point for TP. This is for ES, so I just use this for direction and sentiment. So this is kind of the idea here. And we're just gonna go down to the lower time frame. So this area here, I'm really interested in, just because we have multiple confluences there. We have a supply there and a fair value gap. And this is also one of the deviation levels here. So I'm looking at that 370 level for ES. So I'll be watching that area coming into tomorrow. If we do come up, that's where we're aiming for ES. And then to the downside, we're looking for something down here, most likely right here at this 337. Downside, we're targeting this area here between these two areas, this area and this area, to fill the whole imbalance. Yeah, so right now, as long as we stay above this level here, we're still bullish. So right now, I'm just going down the from the time frame down to the lower time frame, just seeing what I can see, and down to the lower time frame if anything changes my bias. Right now, as you can see, support still holding, almost still this imbalance right here, almost, but didn't quite yet. So this area here is 370 area market actually. Sorry. Just because there's multiple confluences right here, supply and also fair value gap and a deviation level there. So right now, this is the range right here that we need to break, right? Between the blue lines there. Once we're out of that, then we can look for it to attack these deviation for first TP. And then this area here is where we're interested in. And then this area here is where we're interested in mainly. So that'll be the TP2. So this is on ES right now, but it's gonna look the same once we get to NQ. Not gonna be much different. We are in the Asia session right now, so you mainly what I do in Asia session is I just chart it, get an idea of what the sentiment is for tomorrow, and then tomorrow in the morning, pre-market, we finalize the levels. Great stuff, great stuff. You should definitely, yeah, you know, that's the only way if you're gonna join us every day, be a part of the action, be a part of the action, man. Mm. See, right here, normally I would draw something here, but there's no point if you don't trade Asia. Because all these levels here, it's gonna break during New York. We're gonna break out of it, one or the other. What kind of system you trade, Cypher? Ah, gamma levels. Yeah, my system is actually fairly simple. I just use like other things to confirm the the direction and the move and whatnot. So we're gonna move to NQ right now. Let's go to NQ, and then we'll get some bookmap levels also on the NQ here real quick. Just get an idea of where it wants to head. All right, we got all the news here. This is the week's news right here. FOMC, all that stuff. All right, so let's take a look at bookmap here real quick. We're gonna delete all these older levels if we have any. What is this? All right, bookmap is on. We're gonna take a look at bookmap real quick here, so you guys can see also. All right, guys. So for bookmap, let's see if there's any large liquidity on the map for NQ. See anything that's big that stands out? You know, right here we got 119. 119. Where are we at here? 119 is near the top here. So I'm looking for like the 100 orders. See right here. It's 220. Yeah, that's up there. 219. So we got about 119 here, looks like. 118, 119. There's a little bit of order, so we'll mark that for now. 118. And then we'll come back to that tomorrow, see how it does, see if it's still there. If you guys have any levels that you guys want me to check here on Bookmap, let me know also. Just type it in the chat. If you guys have any levels that you guys have on your chart that is you guys think are point of interest or whatever you guys are targeting, yeah, just ask me about the level and then we'll look at that. So currently we are at 48. Let's take a look at 19144. I think we just checked that now. 19144. 144 right here. You got a little bit, but I believe the biggest one is at either 118, which is down here. See, 118 has 73 orders, or you guys can see the orders, right? You just make sure you guys see the orders. Yeah, you guys can see the orders on the live on the stream. Yeah, or the other orders are at right here, 219 to 18. So that's where mainly the orders are at on the upside. For the downside, looking at 970, it's 944, 18944. I believe that's where we were targeting. Yeah, 944 right here. So it's no longer at 950, 944 now is where it's at. See where the big orders are at for the downside. 900 doesn't have that much anymore. So we got right here 875 basically. Yeah, 875. Yeah, so we're looking at 875 for the downside. That's basically the maximum move for the day if we're gonna reach those numbers. There you go. All right. So back to the charting here. So these blue levels, as you can see, baby blue levels, these are all bookmap levels that has liquidity. Like, anything above like 75, that's when I mark it. Other than that, everything else, all the small liquidity, I just used my chart, my levels. So this is NQ right here, right? We broke out the trend line. This is when we already predicted this big move up. Right here is when this happened. So this was last Sunday when I drew these lines here. We don't need that anymore. Right now, what we can do is we can draw a fib, and basically it shows us how far down it can come down to. Look, so that's the furthest it can come down to. But I doubt that's gonna happen anytime soon. Maybe FOMC might bring it down here if it's going for the downside. Other than that, we draw a fib right here to right here. And then remember how earlier I told you guys the ES, we're about the same. We're gonna have the same amount of movement. So right now, this is our level for the upside. As long as it holds below this purple line here, which is close to this blue range, so we'll use that. This is basically the trend right here. So as long as it holds above these levels here, we're going up. Same thing with ES. Very similar levels, very similar structure. This was here for Friday, but it broke down. So these yellow lines here, you can see they're just deviations, right? Those are just the targets that you want to target when, depending on your scalp, and wherever you're trying to go for the bigger move. Whatever the deviation matches up with levels, wherever your levels are at, that's how you would target it. This is a turn code. Mm, so remove that since I already have levels there. So as you can see right here, we're just kind of in the range. Mm. When does the day start? It should start right here. So right now we're still above the 38%. You see, so as long as we're above that 30% retracement, it means we're still bullish. We're still holding this level to go upside. Like this. And then where is it heading, right? Liquidity here. It's either heading here or it's heading here. One or the other. Those are where the liquidity is at. And because we are bullish, the trend is your friend, right? As you can see, trend is your friend. Still holding, still holding. Nothing has broken to play downside just yet. Unless we are below and we hold below this 20 area, guys, then I would target shorts, right? But we need to stay and hold below this area. It needs to do something like this, and then reject, and then we come down. Otherwise, right now, as you can see, right, every time we bounce up, look, we're now making higher lows, right? But because we're making higher lows, the next level it's hitting is somewhere around here. And then if it doesn't reject, we're going up. If it rejects, then you can start looking for this area. But based on the formation of it, what it's doing now, it is moving up. It's continuing upside. Yeah, there's not much charting that we can do here until it breaks out of this range here. I believe it was, yeah, this was the range it was stuck in on Friday after the big move. So movements. Mm, yeah, guys. So pretty much for tomorrow, we're just waiting for it to get out of this range that it's been stuck in. Otherwise, if it stays within the range, then the range is what we have to trade, which is around this area. Once we get past the range, we are targeting this imbalance right here, which is the whole red zone. Right, I would target first TP would be um, above the so above 73 here, and I would target the first. That's the first what is it? Scalp right here. But I would personally target this area here. So depending on where liquidity is at when we get up in the morning pre-market, I'll target that liquidity. Like you can see how close it is to the imbalance. So most likely price will hit that area. That's going to be your first good TP right there. That's a good first trade from here to here, right? Once we break the range, this is the area. Once we hold above this area here, we can start targeting this liquidity, this 200% level, 110. So if you look at it here, once we hold above this area, let's just say 60 to 70, let's just say 70, we got a 40-point move. So that's still 150, 160 tick. So that's a pretty good lick if we can take that. Hmm, let's see what this is. Right away. Once you assign it, it's instantly, it's automatic. And just follow um, this page right here. The link's on there. All right, let's take a look on the other time frame here. How things look. Yeah, everything looks good. You know, the 944 target looks good for the book map. Um, yeah, so I think we have some good targets, I would say. Underneath this area, above above this area here, you're targeting this. So we're just trading in the range right now. If you look at it, this is the range right here, right? So other than that, see the higher target above that is what 219, which is pretty far up there, but it could happen. These are the larger targets right here. Do this, where everybody can see the larger targets also. Mm, So this area can also go up there. This is chart going on to tomorrow. I think that is pretty much it. Yeah, yes. We just gotta stay safe until after Wednesday. FOMC news release.